Guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, Australia are due to visit New Zealand and play All Blacks on the 27th of September. Now, they are going to be playing their first test, round 5, in Eden Park. Massive game. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on who's going to be starting for the All Blacks in that test and who can potentially get the best outcome, especially considering how scary of late Australia have been. They are no joke. So please like, subscribe. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on who would be what would be your starting 23 to play the Aussies in round 5. Let's get into it. So this is a little bit interesting. I've changed up a little bit. We've had some players come back into, from injury. We also have some players that are out. I'm hoping for the best here with some of these players and getting some players, especially those that have been injured, a little bit more game time. So this is my squad to play Australia. So what you're going to notice is Samisoni Taukei'aho, he is back on the bench. I am starting with Tamaiti Williams, Cody Taylor, and Tyrell Lomax. Now, Cody Taylor has been given a lot of minutes. I think he's going to be fit. He's going to be ready for Australia. And then having Tamaiti Williams and Tyrell Lomax, getting into the swing of things, I think this is going to be the perfect time for them to get that start that they need and really start gathering some ground. Ethan de Groot and Fletcher Newell have been playing really well of late, so I'm just putting them as my replacements. They're bound to come on. They've been playing so much. I think they need a bit of a rest, and for us to see that partnership between Tamaiti Williams and Tyrell Lomax. In terms of my halfback pairing, in terms of my lock pairing, I'm going Scott Barrett and Fabian Holland. Patrick Tuipulotu is out. Josh Lord might come in. We don't know in terms of injuries and who's going to be ready. I am giving Scott Barrett that number 4 slot. Fabian Holland, my number 5. I'm not giving Scott Barrett the captaincy, though. I don't think his performances have merited it, even though he is a phenomenal player. I think Ardie Savea would be the much better captain. So he's going to be given my captaincy. Now, in terms of my back row, I am sticking with Simon Parker at 6, Wallace Atiti at 8, and then Ardie Savea at 7. I think that was absolutely brilliant. Yes, they did get kind of manhandled by the Springboks in the second test, but you cannot forget the first one at Eden Park. That was a powerful game, and Simon Parker is a very powerful player. He's just getting better, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun up against the Aussies. So I think he will get it. Tupou Vaa'i, I think he needs a little bit of a rest, and he's probably going to end up being on a bench at some point. But I think that first game in Eden Park, I don't think he gets a slot. If he does, he's probably going to be coming in place of Simon Parker at 6, and then we might see Tupou Vaa'i, Ardie Savea, and Satiti as their back row. But I think Fabian Holland, the way he's been playing, the consistency that he's had, he's going to slot straight back into that number 5 role up against Australia. And then in terms of my backs, I am going Cortez Ratima. Razor, he tested Noah Hotham out far too early, and now he's back injured, back in the hospital, and now he's back recovering. So Finney Christie, I do feel he should have started and then given Noah Hotham like maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes in the back end of the game, getting back into the swing of things, especially up against the Springboks. But they went full out, tried Noah Hotham, got injured, and now, they're struggling again. But I do think Cortez Ratima will be fit and ready. Hopefully he is. If not, we will see Finney Christie fill in that number 9, and potentially Kyle Preston filling in on the impact bench. So Cortez Ratima is my number 9. Beauden Barrett at 10. I don't think there's any way he's not starting another game at Eden Park up against Australia. He's too good, too fit, too consistent. Beauden Barrett is going to be that, he is that man. So Beauden Barrett, my wingers, I am giving Reiko Ioane the 14 slot, and then I'm giving Reiko Ioane the 11, and I'm giving Leroy Carter the 14. I think the performance that Leroy Carter put in up against the Springboks deserves him a spot to start. Narawa, I think he's still going to be coming in. I think he is still recovering. Fainga'anuku, I'm actually starting Fainga'anuku as my 13 instead of Billy Proctor, but They also do have Tavanawai as well, who can potentially slot in as well. Anton Lienert-Brown can fill in the centres, potentially the fullback slot. But, there's a lot of positions there that can be replaced. But I'm giving Leroy Carter 14. He's speed demon. He's going to need it up. They're going to really need it up against Australia. And Reiko Ioane, who's a little bit more physical at 11. In terms of my centres, we're going good old consistent Geordie Barrett at 12. And then, like I said, I'm giving Lester Fanganuku that 13 spot. I love this guy. He is absolutely phenomenal. Cannot wait to see him get a bit of game time, and I'm thinking he might get a bit of game time here. Billy Proctor has not been convincing, and I think somebody needs to take that spot. So, like I say, Tavanawai can fill in, Anton Lienert-Brown can fill in, Fanganuku can fill in. There was every chance that we might see Caleb Clark get a bit of time at 11 as well. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of options here. And then in terms of my 15, I'm going Will Jordan. Obviously, because of the injury that happened to... I forgot his name, but Will Jordan filled in at 14 in the last game. D-Mac came in at 15. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a switch. If anything, I am keeping Damien McKenzie on the bench at 23. But in terms of my actual replacements, I'm going Taukeaho, De Groot, Fletcher Newell as my pack. And then Josh Lord, Duplessis Karifi, Finley Christie, and then Caleb Clark at 22 to fill in, that back row. So I think this is going to be interesting. I think this is a team that would be able to put up a big fight up against the Aussies. The Aussies are very deadly. They are by no means anyone to overlook, especially now the way Schmidt has them playing is very scary. But honestly, I think this adds that ferocity, that strength, that speed, that tactical brain as well. And I think someone like Fanganuku can really be a game changer. Same thing with Leroy Carter. Given a bit of time, given a bit of space, he is deadly. And the Aussies, the Wallabies, they're not going to be anywhere near as physically tough as the Springboks, but never outlook them, because as we saw up against the Springboks in that first test, they run us riot. Even in the second test, we struggled against them and scraped through a win. By no means was it a convincing win. So I think this is going to be interesting. I think the All Blacks are going to have enough to take them down. I mean, this is Eden Park as well, but we thought the Springboks would take a relatively easy win over the Wallabies at Ellis Park. We were proved wrong. Might we see Australia destroy both Ellis Park and Eden Park in the same year? I don't know. Maybe the gods are with them, and the rugby gods have chosen for Australia, who's currently first in the Rugby Championship, to be the team to not only break Ellis Park's record, but break Eden Park's record as well. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your team is, and can Australia break both Eden Park and Ellis Park? Let me know let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.